Do you have overjet and are thinking about getting a Herbst? Time for some PFOing so you know where you're going. Hey everybody, it's me, Dr. Packard, in the McKinney office. We're actually in McKinney and Anna, so if you're in the area and you happen to be interested in straight teeth and beautiful bites, come find us. We'd love to talk to you. Now, let's say that you have some overjet. Sometimes people call it overbite. We actually call it overjet when your top teeth are in front of your bottom teeth. It's like, how do you deal with that? Well, I've got our friend Joe here. And we saw him before, and he is in the process of fixing an overjet. And we are using what we call the Herbst. What is the Herbst? Okay, we're gonna show you. You can also check out that other video. And the purpose of it is when it goes in your mouth, it tries to push your lower jaw forward like this, okay? So if you have a lot of space or a significant overjet, the device is going to be cemented in and then push your jaw forward, and we hold it there because what we're trying to attempt is growth modification. All right, so this is the way that it works. You've got your joint right here on both sides. It's connected to your lower jaw. Then when we push the jaw forward, if you are going through your growth spurt, you may get growth back here to help stabilize the new position. That's exactly what we want. That, in my opinion, is one of the most effective ways to correct a significant overjet, particularly if it looks like your lower jaw is back. Or I should say, if the reason for your excessive overjet is the lower jaw, then something like this that pushes it forward and tries to get the growth to stabilize the new forward position is the best approach. There are other approaches to try and correct your overjet, but today's not about that. So let's say you're in braces and you get the chance to use Herbst. In our office, what we usually do is after you get the Herbst, it's kind of a long appointment. We're going to talk to Joe about that, get his 2 cents. Do you have more than 2 cents? Yeah. He has more than 2 cents, okay? More than 2 cents on the Herbst and what his appointment was like then. And then also the following appointment. This is one of our follow-ups. What do we do? Once we get the Herbst in, we usually try to get it forward, and then we are watching to see if it holds steady in that position. And then once we get to that steady position, then we are going to hold it there for about 5 months. So in all, or in total, the Herbst could be in longer than 6 months. Some orthodontists probably keep it in for 6 to 12 months. So it just depends, but it's gonna be in there for a long time. And you're like, oh my gosh, can I handle that thing? Well, that's what we're gonna talk to Joe about. Let's look at the device first, just to remind you what it is. And then we're gonna ask Joe some questions, and he'll just get to tell you his personal experience. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna show you again what the Herbst is that we use for growth modification. Yeah, there's other devices that you can use depending on your provider, but if you come here and you've got a big overjet where we're trying to, and your lower jaw is back, we're probably gonna recommend using the Herbst, or at least give you that option. Here's Joe. Okay, so smile for me. All right, as a reminder, this is what the Herbst is, right? We've got all of our, we usually use the Herbst with brackets. So we've got our brackets and our wires. And then there's the top part of the Herbst, and then there's a bottom component, and then there's 2 side components. Here's the top, basically, right there. Okay, so that's one top component. It's like a band that goes around your tooth, and then we have it on both sides. Okay, see that there? All right, and then when we look at the bottom, okay, so it's basically the same thing. We got those little rings around your teeth in the back, and then it's connected all the way across. If you tip your head way down, or move it, okay, yeah, you can see the wire. It goes all the way across here and connects to this piece right back there. Right there. Okay, and then we have our 2 side components, and this is what really scares people sometimes, is the arm. We call it the arm. It telescopes on both sides. When we bite down, like, you can see how that part of the jaw, open for me, and bite down, open, and bite down. Those are the telescoping arms, and you got the screws on the side that hold the arms into place to the top and the bottom components. And again, the idea is that when you bite down, it telescopes and pushes your jaw forward, and then it holds it there. So let's look at this. Open really wide, and go back for me. Okay, open again. Okay, so what we want our bottom teeth to be connected right through here, or really close. So maybe even a little bit in front. Some orthodontists will put your bottom jaw in front of your top teeth because they know that it might go back a little bit over time, or some come right behind these teeth. That's what we're looking for. And bite down. Now open. Okay. Very good. As a reminder, that's what the Herbst is. Now we're going to talk to Joe, see what his experience was like getting the Herbst, and then some of these follow-up appointments. Okay, so here Joe and I We're here in the clinic. First off, when we told you about getting the Herbst, what were your thoughts?
That I am going to definitely hate mashed potatoes after it.
Because you eat them so much. That's what they get. Okay. Now, the first appointment to get the Herbst, what was that like? After you got it, that appointment, what was it like?
I had lunch right after, and I was thinking, dang, how weird is lunch gonna be? We had pizza for lunch, and I had to maneuver my tongue and mouth so weirdly. But I ate it though.
Okay, very nice. Yeah, that's a good point, because after that first appointment, when that Herbst is pushing you forward, your teeth don't hit together the same way, so that's gonna be a little bit different and will require some getting used to. So it's been more than a month now. That first month, how long do you think it took you to get used to eating with it in?
Maybe around a week or two, but
It's not bad.
yeah.
Okay, not bad. So you got used to it. You can eat with it now. Does it hurt at all on the sides, or is it just your cheeks used to it? Tell me how everything feels.
Maybe every now and again I'll get like a little bit of a sore spot there, but like where the I think the screws are.
Kind of poke out on the sides a little bit.
Yeah. But other than that, it is really good, amazing, doesn't hurt at all.
Awesome. Okay, so Herbst can be really effective. We are getting towards the holding point for Joe's. We're not quite there yet. Once we get to the holding point, then we add 5 months. That's our protocol here. So it could be a long time with the Herbst, but as you can see, you get used to it, you can figure things out. So the Herbst can be great, has great results if you can get the growth. That's the key. If you can get the growth, it's really awesome. So if you're just in love with straight teeth and beautiful bites, like this video, give us a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, and of course come visit us so that we can help you with your Herbst or your growth modification. That's all we've got, just a little PFOing, so you know where you're going. Packard out.